The chainsaw guy. You can see all kinds of weird shit in Ray now. One time I was driving past the welfare apartments in town when I looked up and saw something that changed my world. I was with my mother and we were going over the railroad tracks when I looked up and saw this guy in a red sweatsuit riding a 12-speed bicycle as fast as he could down the hill. What was even stranger was that the 12-speed bike didn't even have a chain on it. And what was even stranger than that was that he was carrying a chainsaw in his right hand. Not only was he riding a bike and carrying a chainsaw at the same time, but get this, the chainsaw was running. We sat at the railroad tracks and I pointed to the man on the hill and asked my mother, "What in the hell is that guy doing anyway?" My mother looked up at the guy and then she said, "I don't know." We rolled up over the train tracks and on down the road. I twisted my head around and kept watching the guy riding his bike and carrying a chainsaw. I asked again, "Why is that guy carrying a chainsaw?" My mother just shook her head and said, "I don't know. I really don't." And by this time we were driving on down the road and I couldn't see him anymore. I knew there was something about him that meant something, and if I ever found out what it was, then maybe I'd finally know the meaning of my life.
This is a drawing for you, xTx. Yesterday I went to a grassy pasture with my clothes on. I tracked a big game animal. It was called a cow. These cows, let me tell you, they are so big. Cows are large. Picture a car cut in half. Picture that half car covered in flat fur like boots, like paint. Picture all of that, but give it breathing and you have a cow. Cows make low noises, bellowing like sadness. Deep voice like my mother, like when she would try to sing my dad back from sea. Now you know of cows. Me in this field, me and my clothes on. There was a hot sun and no breeze. I took that field with my feet until I came upon a cow. The best cow. I just knew it was the best cow. It was a feeling I had. I trusted my feeling. I didn't call bullshit on my feeling. I was like, feeling, you and me. My feet dug into the grass. My feet dug into the grass. All of that, and then I sprang for the cow. I embraced it. Nothing violent. I loved that cow until it died. Everybody should die the way that cow died. I'm not trying to brag. It's just the truth. It's just how it was. I drugged the cow through the pasture. I drugged the cow back the way I'd come. It was easy because of the flattened grass. I saw where I'd zigged and I saw where I'd zagged. While I dragged, I thought if the world was made of pasture grass, we could all see where we'd ever been. We would never make mistakes. We would know from looking behind us, a green recording of things. The ending of this all is that I butchered the cow in my garage. For this, I had no clothes. I wanted to bathe in its warm blood, a tribute, an honoring. I thought it might be disturbing for some, but I was wet with red most all afternoon. I made steaks, lots of steaks, so much meat. I took pictures of the meat and texted it to every contact in my contacts list in my phone. I also posted all of the meat pictures on Facebook and Google+. I got lots of comments and likes and +1s, especially in the pictures where you can see my bloody feet. There was grass on them. Grass stuck on the blood on my feet. Imagine those collars.